John, right? So lads, what we did the last day was we did the perimeter. This is 2x plus 2y, isn't it? Because you have to run 2x's and 2y's to do a full lap. Is that okay? 21. Bring the 2x over the other side and we get 21 minus 2x. Divided by 2 and you get 10.5 minus x. Cool with that? Then what we did was we put in a number of x values. So we did 10.5, take away whatever the y value is, or sorry, whatever the x value is. So we got 10.5, 9.5, 8.5, 7.5, 5.5, 4.5, 3.5, 2.5, 1.5, and 0.5. Alright, areas lads, 0, 9.5, 17, 22.5, what's the next one, Daniel?
27.5.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
13.5.
Yeah.
5.
So does everyone understand? I'm just multiplying the top two numbers by each other and multiplying the width by the length to get the area. Is that alright? We then drew a graph and just to, yeah, I'll take that off, you know. Cheers. We drew a graph and what we got was a 1 and 9 point something. We got 2 and 16 point, was it 2 and what was it like 16 points? For when x equals 2, what's the area? 17, was it? Around here, was it? Yeah. Next one, 3 and? Oh, sorry, that's in the wrong place. 3 and? Thanks. Next one? Yeah. Yep. Here's 27, yep, perfect. Yep. 20, yep. 9 is 13.5. Yeah, and then? 5. Thanks, Daniel. You draw all that up and you see the maximum, right? We discussed the last day that it isn't actually the maximum, is it? What did we do on our calculator to find the maximum? Does anybody remember? Yeah, we went up in point ones and we found out it was it 5.2, was it? And what was it? What was it 5.2 and what was the y value? Was it 27.5 or 27.6 or something like that, was it? I'll show you in a second. Alright, does everybody remember this? What is that? That's x times y. Area equals length times width, which is x times y. I decided to throw that into the table function of the calculator. And what happens when I threw that into the calculator? And then, yeah. And then we started at 0, ended at 10. Now, what we find is you got all these points here. But then when you zone in here, you see somewhere in between 4 and 6, there's a maximum point. So if I go again, and I start at 4, end at 6, and go on a step of point 1, I'll find that maximum very handy. So there's no need to risk getting it wrong when I know I can get it perfect. Yeah, there it is there, 5.2-ish, somewhere between 5.2 and 5.3. It's actually 5.25. What? It's going to be above 27.5. I reckon it's going to be. Yeah, that's what it means. It's an estimate. So I'll just go 5.2 and 27.5. What I'm saying is you can cheat with your table function and get it ridiculously accurate. If you get what I'm saying. Alrighty. Maximum area using your graph. So what did we say it was? Roughly 27.5. Which one's the width? Is x the width or y the width? I can't remember. X is the length. So a length of 5.2. And how do you find the width then? The width is 10.5 take away 5.2. And in that case, it will be 5.3. Alright, I sort of already showed this, didn't I? Area is x multiplied by y, which is length times width. Area is then x times 10.5 x. Oh, sorry, 10.5 take away x. Now what do I do now? Multiply it out. 10.5x take away x squared. Go. Any questions? Good. Alright, first derivative. What does the first derivative usually tell you? It's an n-shaped function, so what does the first derivative usually tell you? First derivative usually tells you the slope. Whether, if it's a positive slope, you're on your way up. If it's a negative slope, you're on your way. If the slope is 0, you're at the top. You get what I'm saying? If it's flat, you're at the top. If you're on your way up, it's increasing. If you're on your way down, it's decreasing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to differentiate. So, how do you differentiate this? Yep. Yeah, 10.5 take away 2x. Bring the 2 to the front, take it away. Now, if you're at the maximum, what's your slope? If you're at the very top, what's your slope? We said it a second ago. If you're at the very top, you're going directly to the right. So your slope is 0. So this means your first derivative will equal 0 when you're at the top. And then we're going to get 10.5 equals 2x, and then x equals 5 points. Yeah, and we knew that from the calculator, didn't we? Somewhere between 5.2 and 5.3. Now what does it want after that then? It wants the actual maximum area. So you substitute back in x. Here, I'll do the maximum area down here. What's the max area? 10.5? Sorry. 10.5x minus x squared. So what do we get? Alright. Good. And we got 27.56 for the maximum area. Is that okay? So, differentiation can give you maxes and mins when you need them as well. I'll pause it there. Has anybody got? Everybody, Company A uses the formula to charge for a job. Company B uses this formula to charge for the same job. You all threw them into your table function, did you? You replace H with X, and you know how to do it. So what are the numbers I have here then? Sam? Casti?
30, 39.5.
Yeah.
40,
Yeah.
58.5.
Yeah.
And 77.
Okay. And next one?
10.
Yeah.
74.
Yeah.
30.276.
3.276, so 3.3. Yeah.
52.7.
Yeah.
91.6.
Yeah. Everybody killed that? Do I have to draw down now, do I? Alright. This is linear, isn't it? Does anybody know a shortcut to do a linear one? Yeah, if it's a straight line, do the first point and the last point. Or any 2 points. Why am I choosing these two, Paul? Whole numbers, aren't they? So I might have a better chance of drawing that. So 0, 30. So where's 0, 30? Yeah. And what was that point? 4 and 68, was it? Out there. We good? And next one's more difficult. Daniel, out loud, what are the points for the next one?
10,
Yeah, 10 what?
10, 17.4.
0, 17.4, is it?
0, yeah, 0, 0, 10.
Oh, 0, 10, sorry, my fault, yeah. 1, 17.4?
Yep.
Yeah, next one.
I would on 7.28.
Oh, yeah, it's possible to do anyway, isn't it? Just above 30. Keep going. 3.
52.68.
So just above 52, yeah. Go again.
Before it's 91.66.
Just above 90, yeah.
And 159.1.
Yeah, it's impossible to be 100% accurate here, is it? It's pretty impossible. Now, just make sure you go through every point. Okay, did a bit of a wobble there. I won't be happy with that in the exam. I do all graphs in pencil. Graphs always in pencil, and what I do in the exam is I'll just come back here and I'll just fix that there where it goes off, and I'll come back with a rubber and fix that, and then just join it back up. Huh?
Would you use a lot of box for that?
If it's significant, you would. So you just got to be careful. And I'm seeing up there as well, I'm seeing a bit of a wobble that I'm not too happy with. So if I was being exam focused, that's a much better curve than the first one I drew. Okay? Now what does that ask for me next? Drew that graph, no bother. Alright, 2.5 hour job. What you do here, Cormac? How much for a 2.5 hour job? Yeah. So it takes the second company, what is it, about 35 quid or something like that, is it? Oh wait, it's acting weird on me. About 37 quid, somewhere in that range. What do you guys get? 40. Alright. And what about the other one? 52. If you had the time on your hand, what could you do? Table function and do 2.5 and you could get that answers perfect. Okay? If you had the time, I'd do that. I'll just go over 38. There's a range, lads. You're allowed to get it wrong within a certain range. So that's okay as well. So that's 38 and 52. Which would, what? Company B. And what you can say is €38 is cheaper than 52. As shown on graph, yeah? Alright, what's next? Alright, when do both companies charge the same? Around here, what you get? 3.25 or just over 3.25? See, there's 4 blocks, 3.25, 3.5, 3.75, 4. So it's just above 3.25. So you might say 3.3 or 3.25. Is that okay? Huh? Is that what I asked you for?
Well, it just says use graph estimate value.
Of H, the number of hours. So 3.3 hours. You would have lost marks despite having the right idea. Is that okay? Alright, let's move on. Find the difference for a cost of job that takes 6 hours to complete. 6 hours, lads? Oh dear. Yeah, just sub it in. What are the two formulas again, Daniel?
A bracket X plus 9.5.
9.5 times 6, yeah?
Yep.
And BH?
10 bracket 1.74 power 6.
So Daniel did them both manually. And what you get when you put them both in?
For A, I got 87.
Yeah. And B?
277.50.
Yeah, you're not going to hire Company B, are you? Company B has the exponential growth. So Company B is just going to skyrocket upwards. The more hours, it's exponential growth. You don't want that. All right? Exponential growth. So you're going to hire Company A. And how much cheaper was Company A? Considerably.
190.52.
38.
I said 109.52.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Yeah, €190.52. Put it this way, any quadratic equation can be done with the minus b formula. Minus b formula does every quadratic equation. It'll never fail. So if you can't do it any other way, but what I do here is you can say minus x squared plus 6x minus 4. A usual hint is it says decimal or third form is usually a hint for the minus b formula. Okay? And in this case, the a value would be minus 1, the b value would be 6, and the c value would be minus 4. And then you go minus b, what's it, plus or minus square root of. Does everybody have tables for Christmas, by the way? Maths tables. Because we won't be providing them, so you'll need them for your exam. Okay?
I still have to bring yours in as
You can bring yours in until the actual leaving cert. Okay? And I don't mind just writing extra formulas in, but just remember those formulas won't be there for the leaving cert, so you'll need to have them learned off by heart. You get them then? I don't mind you learn how to use them, but on the day of leaving cert, you need to know them off by heart. Okay? So we get minus 6 plus or minus. I think you'll have this answer ready to go anyway. So what you get when you put all into the calculator, Daniel? Anybody have this one done? And what you get? X equals 5.2. The other one? Yeah. Happy enough? Alright. The turning point of the function. Alright. Is this an N-shaped or a U-shaped graph? N-shaped or U-shaped? Minus x squared. And minus x squared is negative. N-shaped. If it's a plus x squared, it's U-shaped. If it's a minus x squared, it's N-shaped. If it's a plus x squared, it has a minimum. If it's a minus x squared, it has a maximum. Ever caught that? Now, you could get marks for trial and error. If you're really stuck in the exam, here's how you could get marks. You do your table function, and what you just lob it in. This is if you forget what you're doing. So you lob this in, and what you want to show is that you've actually done some groundwork on it. So, sorry, go to minus 10 to plus 10, the usual. Go fishing. Where is the maximum? Look at the y values and work your way down. Tell me when we reach a maximum. There it is there. 3, 5. Is this guaranteed the maximum? You should know. What's either side of the 5? 4. If it's the same number either side, is it guaranteed to be the maximum? It is. You know that's the maximum. You know it's 3, 5. Now, if you wanted the temp marks, what you could have said was you could do this. You could say, oh, you could say y equals minus x squared plus 6x minus 4. And then what you could have said was, you could have said, oh, I substitute in 2. And when I substitute in 2, I got when you substitute in 2, you get 4. And then when you substitute in 3, and this could get you mid to high partial marks in the exam if you forgot how to do anything else. But you see the way I'm not just writing down the answer, see the way I'm sort of pretending I did trial and error? That's to sell the examiner that you did a bit more work than you actually did. This is only worth mid to high partial credit. It's not worth full marks. Now to do it the other way. Yes? I did on the calculator. I'm showing that the point is 3.5 via trial and error. Okay? But you won't get full marks. That's for if you draw a blank in the exam and you want easy marks and you know how to use the table function, that's how you can get marks. Okay? Now for full marks, however, different story. What did we say earlier about differentiation? What did we say? Slope is 0 at the max. And how do you get the slope in differentiation? First derivative. So what's the first derivative? Differentiate minus x squared plus 6x take away 4. Differentiate it, what you get? Yeah. equals 0. 6 equals 2x, then x equals 3. You okay with that? I didn't get full marks though. There's a key word that's stopping me from getting full marks. Coordinates. What does coordinates mean? It means I need the y value as well. Anywhere you see x put in, 3. We already know the answer though, don't we? We know the answer is 5. You're done. But see the way I'm showing the workings? Very important you show those workings. Okay, move on. Who got that anyway? 3, 5. Differentiation or yeah. Alright. Everybody knows how to draw it? Yeah, I'll skip the drawing if that's okay. Is it alright to skip the drawing? Put into the table function and draw it out. Now, this one we did last year, I believe. F and K, no bother. Alright, let's draw this function here. What are the points for this function? 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, and 5, 8. It's linear, isn't it? So maybe I'll just draw it up to 3, 6. And there's our 2 points there, isn't it? Where's the point of intersection? Would you agree with 1, 4, and 3, 6? Awesome. Alright. Everybody cool so far? Now what does it want from me next? Find the area of OCBA. OCBA. Okay. So what is OCBA? That's O. That's C. That's A. And that's B. Does anybody remember how to do this? A, B, and BA can be interchanged if you want. What type of shape is it? It's a weird shape, isn't it? Now, technically, what is it? A half x1 y2 minus. Anybody remember this formula from back in the day? You can only use this formula when one of the points is on 0, 0. Do you remember that? It gets the area of any triangle provided one of the points is 0, 0. So if A and B are 1, 4, that's 1, 4, and this one here is 3, 6. What can you tell me the x1 and y1 values are going to be? Anybody? What's x1? Y1, and this one is x2 and y2. So what can come up here? Anybody get this one out of interest? No? So what is it? 1 and? No. It's 1 and 6 and 3 and 4. I'm about to get a negative answer. What does that mean? 6 take away 12 is minus 6. What do the two vertical lines mean? Can area be negative? So what's a half of 6? Huh? 3. You kill? Now, I only got the area of the top triangle. I haven't got the area of the bottom triangle. Anybody have any ideas how to get the area of the other triangle down here? The green triangle. What are the points for the green triangle? 5, 0 and 5, 0 and 3, 6 are the other two. So it's 5, 0 and 3, 6. And let that be x1, y1, and that one be x2 and y2. So we're going to get this. so. 5 times 6, 3 times 0. Should it be bigger or smaller than 3? Which one's bigger, the green triangle or the blue triangle? Green one's bigger by a lot, so this answer better be bigger than it. Half times 30, 15, and then 15 plus 3, 18. So that's 18. Is that the end of that question? Is there anything else? Huh? A triple I? Yeah, that is II. Alright.